don't even know if this episode is worth reviewing. Like, why are we here? The way we got a big old nothing sandwich. Oh, Lord. Anyways, hello everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, reviewing Love Island All-Stars Season 3, Episode 13. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. Also, I keep forgetting, but thank you, Leah, for reminding me. Hype up the video. Hype it up and subscribe. Y'all be coming back every day, and y'all don't be subscribing. How rude. Let's get into the episode. So we start with the game. We jump straight in. And I'm sorry. The way this episode didn't really give us a lot of anything. Like, they gave us a lot of heat at the top, but they've been giving us an hour and 20 minutes for the last however many days. Y'all could have taken some of that, spread it out. You know, this episode... Okay, the game is called It's Giving, where people have this box. They check it first. They give an explanation for why they're giving the person the box, and then the person opens the box to see what's inside. I'm only going to talk about the stuff that was interesting to me, okay? So Sammy gives Scott the biggest gossip box. Absolutely. Want it to be noted, she starts by saying, even though you are 99% of the time correct. Remember that, okay? Remember that. Shaq gives Liam the boring box. She didn't like to hear it, but sorry. But here's the thing, you know what? Stable relationships be boring. Shaq was like, yeah, all you do is just wait around for Scott to come. But like, oftentimes when you're settled in your relationship, like that's what you do on an island where there's nothing else to do but chat to your person. So I hear it. That's probably another reason why we don't get to see much of Leanne. There's not much to show, unfortunately. Next, we have Jess, who gives Shaq the game player box because of how he treated the women who he was pursuing. He did not like that. You know, Shaq does not like being called out, does not like being held accountable. He does not. Don't look at me unless you're praising me. That is Shaq. He thinks that Sean is the one that actually deserves the box. Is Sean going to consider that bullying, though? Moving on. Leanne gives Jack the return home ticket, but he thinks that it should go to Tommy, Jess, Helena, and Shaq. Baby, all of you deserve it. Like, give it to all of you. Then Scott gives Sean the stirring the pot box, which came with some drama.
Pulled down my local pub after a Hyrox panting. The behaviour has been snaky.
I wouldn't give him stirring the pot.
Scott, you've had your moment. You smashed it, mate. You humiliated me, yeah? I don't know you. You're not my mate. I was sorry with Shaq, yeah? But you're a bully, bruv.
I'm not a bully.
You're a bully.
Because it's too strong. That's way too strong.
Accept it, bro. Change your behaviour.
So this is the part that's always hard for me because although I'm not a practicing therapist, I did go to school to be a therapist. And that BSc and psych just... It's yelling at me right now, and I have to play devil's advocate. I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna play devil's advocate for a second, and then I'm gonna get in that ass. To be in this situation where you feel like you can't do the right thing. Sometimes you are trying to do the right thing. People still perceive it wrong. Somebody keeps coming after you. From Sean's perspective, I can partially see why he was so hurt in this moment. Partially. I say that because sometimes people don't like accountability. And I do feel like Scott was trying to hold him accountable. If you're going to cry about accountability, I'm sorry, I don't feel for you. Like, I really don't feel for you. So the tears regarding what Scott said, I'm just like, nah, I'm not with you there. Scott was going in though. Like he was digging. And I'm like, well, Scott, sometimes maybe you just don't know when to call it. Sometimes with Sean, he does get in there. So I can see why from Sean's perspective, it feels personal, right? Now with Sean, this is what he does. This man loves to pull the sympathy card so often. He likes to come across like this little injured baby bird. And quite frankly, I don't buy it. Like, I don't fall for it. I do believe that in this moment he was hurt, but I don't believe but you always do this to me and you're such a bully and you're always that's not the case. This man is not bullying you. That's a big word to put, especially when it comes to Love Island and the Love Island fandom and all of that. The word bully is very detrimental in this community. So to say that to somebody who is not bullying you, I was like, nah. I can't rock with that. And then he goes and then says, yeah, accept it, bro. So you're able to dish it, but you can't take it. You see what I'm saying with Sean? Like, I'm so sorry. This man throws those and hides his hands. I personally don't respect it. Yes, Scott be doing too much, but he is 99% of the time correct, and he stands on his business. I respect that a hell of a lot more than whatever Sean be doing. Moving further along in the game, Helena gives Scott the here for the drama box. It is true. You just gotta eat that. And he did. You could tell on his face that he was annoyed that he kept getting these boxes after the fact, but you just gotta eat that. You gotta eat that. And he did. Then Tommy gives Scott the childish box. Scott is annoyed because he's like, just the other day you said that you looked up to me, so you look up to somebody who's childish. Again, 99% of the time you're correct. Nah, he's correct. He clocked it. But yeah, all the while, Whitney is coming to Scott's defense. She's like, we don't need the soliloquies. We don't need all of that, not too much on my friend. Some other people could take notes because some of them don't be coming to their friend's defense when they need to. But in this moment, Connor decides to shush Whitney in her face. And she leaned back like, excuse me? Don't shush me. And yes, in fact, don't shush me. Number one, everybody's talking. Number two, I'm coming to the defense of my friend. Don't do that. And number three, y'all know that Whitney is outspoken. If you can't take the heat, get out the damn kitchen. And this is in regards to people who want to pursue Whitney romantically, right? If people feel like Whitney has a tendency to be too outspoken and stuff like that, maybe that is a thing for her to be introspective about down the line. In the same way that we say to Helena, baby girl, there's a pattern here. Maybe you got to be introspective. We could say that about Whitney down the line. As of right now, though, she doesn't find issue with her behavior. She is fully confident in how she presents to people. If you do not like that, if you want somebody docile, go find that person. Whitney is then not the girl for you. Don't try to now make her into somebody that she's not. That is not fair to her. And that's not your place. Go somewhere. Get out the kitchen. Later in bed, he did apologize. He was like, you know what? I shouldn't be shushing you, and you shouldn't. Whitney forgave him way too quickly. And now they're making out in the bed, and I have to, oh God, I need to go cleanse my eyes. Oh. Anyways, after the game, Sean is crying. He's like now crying profusely, face is red and everything. And Tommy's like, you're the best bloke here. I love you so much. Oh, what I said yesterday about them rings true. I do think that there is a perception of Scott being a threat when it comes to them too. I do. I understand Sean's hurt feelings in this moment. I also feel like there's an element of feeling threatened. I do. Sorry, that's just not going to change. And like people have been saying, the North remembers. Sean, it wasn't that long ago that you were on the show making hella digs at a lot of people and hiding behind Joey. Now you standing on your own. You're not faring too well, are you? Sammy and Karen are on the daybeds and they're having a nothing conversation and they just start kissing. Now, Sammy in her mind is like, well, you said things are business as usual, so I'm kissing you openly because that's what we used to do. This is what comes naturally. Babe, a little bit of that is marking your territory, and mark her territory she did. It made waves.
I don't want to upset Lucinda or anything like that, but we literally agreed to each other we're going to carry on as normal, so...
Them two have had a kiss tonight. Did you know that? Do you think I'd serve someone who's fucking necking about? I feel like I'm about to get upset.
No, don't get
Don't want
upset.
to.
Cinder.
Nah, I'm okay.
Okay.
I actually don't mind that Lucinda denied the conversation with Karen initially. I'm just annoyed that she's pretending as if she actually cares. Girl, you don't give a damn. You don't like this man. You don't. And the crazy thing about this is she's now successfully gaslit two people, yeah? Number one, it was Sammy being like, I ain't your friend like that. And even if I was, we weren't close enough for me to not pursue your guy. And what? I didn't say I was trying to throw you guys off the scent. Like, I would never say that. And Sammy was like, well, I guess I'll have to take your word for it if you're saying that. You just had somebody corroborate And now your mind is switching. Anyways, then she had Millie consoling her of all people. I thought that okay, well, maybe the beef wasn't that deep. I don't know. Nothing is deep with Lucinda. But in this situation with Kieran, she made this man believe she's heartbroken by this. She's so hurt. She's like, damn, I thought we had a good thing going. Honestly, I don't even think I want to pursue things with you anymore. He's stressing. And I'm here like, you're taking this girl seriously? You're actually taking Lucinda seriously? Then Lucinda flips the script and she's like, if you want me, you're going to have to grovel for me. And he plans on doing just that. How the hell did she convince you to do that? How the hell? She's the one trying to infiltrate your situation. She got to work for you. Now she got you working for her. Yo. Wow. This girl definitely gives weird energy. I believe she's only here for a big check, but game is the game and the game is working. The next morning we have a few conversations. Sammy is feeling a way that she cannot kiss Kieran as openly as she was beforehand, and she's perceiving this as him changing his opinion on where she stands and stuff like that. I think that is true. Somebody in Discord said if Sammy really was his first choice, he wouldn't be moving like this. So it's looking like Lucinda is somebody who he would rather pursue. Sucks. Then we have Lucinda and Kieran who talk. She says she's still down to get to know him, but she's not going to be okay with him two-timing, essentially. So he decides he's going to stop kissing Sammy. You really believe this girl, Lucinda? You believe that she's into you for real? Oof, okay. Just from these conversations about eyes and hair color, that'll do it. Oh man, damn. I'm off the market, but if I was on the market, I wish it was that easy for me. Let me talk about these brown eyes. Fall in love with me as I talk about these brown eyes. Sean says that things are always personal when it comes from Scott. I believe that the personal stuff is on both sides. I do think that there's just a smidge more vim whenever Scott is addressing Sean. I'm not sure why, but Sean does take things personal as well when it comes from Scott. There's something between the both of them that just doesn't gel. And I do think that the taking it personal is mutual. Not as much from Scott because Scott gives it to anybody, but there's just that smidge of extra vim when it comes to Sean. So these two decided to talk about the game, and it's clear that they will not be friends.
I want to apologise for how that come across.
Don't think you've ever considered me. Last night was your moment to stand there and sort of grill me again and embarrass me in front of everyone. I didn't appreciate that.
I believe what I said last night. Bullying, for example, would be me coming at you every single day the entire time in it.
Yeah, well, I think you have it in for me, so.
Sean feels like Scott attempts to present himself as the good guy, the nice guy. Sweetie, you need to be looking at the man in the mirror. What? The person who tries to come across as the nice guy all the time is you. And that's why your behavior is unsavory, because it goes against this persona that you're trying to present. That's you, sweetie. What are you talking about, right? Then they talk about how Sean believes that Scott is a bully, and Scott is like, don't put such a heavy word on me. Don't you ever do that. Because one thing I'm not doing is that, which is facts, because bullying requires malicious intent, it requires power dynamics, and it requires a pattern of behavior. Sean himself could only pinpoint 2 instances over 2 weeks. That's bullying. There isn't a power dynamic between them. There isn't malicious intent because it is calling out somebody and trying to hold them accountable. What? Child. They're not gonna be friends. End of story. Sean has a chat with Belle after the fact, and she says she didn't like seeing him emotional the night before. It honestly, when a guy does cry, I'm the same. When a guy cries, it does ping me a little bit, but your cry has to make sense. Because here she is talking about, a man who cries is just so attractive to me. A man who cries after being held accountable, that's attractive? That's attractive? Ain't she the queen of trying to hold people accountable? If your man now starts sobbing whenever you're trying to pull him up on his behavior, you're going to find that attractive? Baby girl, be so for real. No. Moving on. Scott and Leanne have a conversation on the terrace, and she is, you know, she's trying to be a comforter to everybody. I don't know how that's going to work for her, especially dealing with Scott. He wasn't there in that conversation that she was having with Tommy, Jack, and Sean. Being with Scott long term, knowing Scott's natural disposition, I think they might clash regarding how she decides to defend him. But in this moment, she is comforting him. He thanks her for being the pillar in the villa. So sweet. And he says that she's the person that he can always look to whenever he's just in his head or anything. And he says, I do not regret my decision coming in, and I actually can see things going long term with you. That was actually what, Connor gave Whitney the long term box. Ugh. We have Sammy crying. This by far has to be the most emotional bunch of people. Goodness me. She's crying at the fact that she cannot freely kiss Kieran as she was able to before. Kieran pulls her for a chat, and he's like, well, I mean, I'm sorry that you're sad, but I do still plan on talking to the both of you.
What's the matter? I don't want to cry out here.
What's wrong?
Nothing. We're not even speaking. You literally said to me, nothing's going to change between us.
No, it's nothing to do with you,
But
it's
we've been
me.
kissing every single
I know.
day.
Put on pause, I guess, so I can try and be respectful. I made Lucinda upset last night, and I've made you upset today, and that's not what I wanted. Don't want you feeling like this.
Don't cry. What's upset you?
Is this really worth the tears? This Villa cries so easily. Even when they were playing the game, when Jess started crying, for what? Did she start crying because she saw Sean crying and so she gonna cry too? Oh gosh. I'm watching a show right now called Brilliant Minds. This one guy has this thing called mirror touch. Is that what it is? You just see somebody crying and you cry too? Lord. What's his name? Kieran. Guys, I'm so over it. Kieran is like, yeah, I'm gonna try to pursue the both of you guys. I'm so sorry. I have to cool things off. I don't want to hurt anybody, even though you've already hurt Sammy. But yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. You are wasting your time pursuing Lucinda. You are royally wasting your time. And didn't this man say to Lucinda, I want somebody who's obsessed with me? Out of the two women, who do you think is more likely to be that person? Because right now it's giving Sammy. Like, this girl is already in deep, and Lord knows why. But Kieran, sweetie, for Lucinda? Okay. All right. Okay. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.